Hi, I'm Chris from Opus on Granville Island. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do an inkjet transfer using the GDO resin and an inkjet transparency onto a cradled panel. So let's get started here. Today I've already got my resin pre-mixed, 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts resin, 1 part catalyst. Just mix it up into a third cup here. And this is the image I'm going to use today. It's an image I created in Photoshop and Illustrator, and it's been mounted to one of our Opus cradled panels using the Opus matte medium. Let it cure overnight so it's nice and dry. And so just lay it down. Take your resin, just pour it in a bit of a crisscross pattern, or side to side, up and down, whatever you want to call it, just so you get nice good coverage. Give a little extra scrape there, you get the excess out. And then I just take a little palette knife and just move it along the surface, get it nice and even. When you do this, you might have a little bit of dripping along the sides. In this case, I am going to go in and paint the sides out with some resin so you get a nice consistent look. You can now take your inkjet transparency and ink side down, and you just take it and roll it gently across the top, trying to get as many of the bubbles out as possible. It's important that you use an inkjet transparency because the inkjet ink does not react with the resin, whereas a laserjet or a photocopy will react with the resin and basically just dissolve. And then you can just go in afterwards and just tap away the extra bubbles that might be underneath here. And just push them off gently to the side. You don't want to push too hard because you don't want to push too much resin off the edge. So once you've got your inkjet transparency in place, you can let it sit for 24 hours to cure. It's good to leave it at least for 24 hours. I recommend an extra couple hours just to get it good and solid and good and cured. So this one has been cured, and so you can just start taking it from the corner and just gently pulling it off. And then once you get to the actual ink part, just be careful and slow down a bit. And just try pulling it from a few different angles, just so you get a little bit more even of a layer of a finish. So if you notice it separating like that, you can just go in from another angle. Voila! So then, as you notice, there's a little bit of a separation there, so you can just go in with your fingernail and just burnish it in. It smooths it out quite nicely, makes it look a little bit more finished. And then once you've done that, you've pretty much done your transfer, and you can finish it by putting another layer of resin or perhaps some GDO varnish, which is specifically made for the GDO resin, and just to give it a nice finished look. So as you can see, doing an inkjet transfer using GDO resin is a fairly easy process. If you have any questions about the products we use today, you can always check out our website at opusartsupplies.com or come into one of our retail stores and talk to our lovely and helpful staff, and they can help you out with any questions you might have. I'm Chris Hamilton from Granville Island. I bid you adieu.